these are some unique tax saving tips which many of us tend to miss or ignore, thinking that it's just a small thing, it's okay. But this create on a cumulative basis, if we see, it creates a huge impact. So first thing is digital transaction and cash payments. So try, especially for your business, excuse me, if possible, try as much as possible. You can do digital transactions for your payments, for your receivables, for taking the revenues. Anything, do it digital. If you feel that you might have to pay more taxes by paying showing it in on digital mode, that is not the right answer to that. The point is, there are a lot of tax saving schemes. You should be knowing that to get the benefit of that, and your profits would be lower. Or, and the other thing is, if still you want to do the cash payments, there are some areas where you have to do cash payments. Single day, the limit of cash payment is 20,000. If you make payment above 20,000 in a single day, that amount gets disallowed. It is not considered as a business expense, and you have to pay tax on that 20,000 amount. So be very, very careful.
One question. So if you
3 or 4 of the family members only join the business to save the salaries, right? So that we don't have to pay to other person. Let me and my husband, or me and my sister, brother, together will just start with the business. But even if you are doing that, ensure that you are paying salaries to them. You will get the deduction of that salary, and that will be a business expense allowed. Even after that, you can take that money back, or you can adjust among yourself. That is still fine. But show it in your books that you're paying. Because see, if your husband or if your sister is coming and helping in your business, let's for accounting purpose or recruitment purpose, so she is investing time. If you would have hired somebody else, you would have paid salary to that person, right? So why to not get the benefit of the tax deduction which we can get? Okay. Medical insurance. Many companies pay medical insurance to employees. They pay the medical premium. That is a very good way of claiming the tax deduction for business. You can show that you are, for 10 employees, we are paying medical premium or this amount, and it will be allowable expense for you. So you can put it in your P&L. Very important. Correctly deduct tax at source. What does that mean? That when you're, this is specifically only for salaries. When you're paying salaries to your employees, ensure that you deduct the tax at source. That means when the salary is being credited, the tax is deducted before transferring the salaries to them. If any of you have been working earlier, we see, right, the tax is deducted first, and the rest of the salary is transferred to us. Why? The reason is, if as an employer I don't deduct the tax at source, and I feel okay, at the month end I'll do, or after the year, that amount will be disallowed. Tax deducted at source is a salary is a allowable expense only when you deduct the tax at source and transfer that amount directly to the immediately to the government account. Clear? Hope I'm making sense so far. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Vinita.
Hey, Krishna, can you please repeat this point, previous point?
Yes, yes. So I'm talking from an employer perspective, right? So as an employer, I'll have just give me a moment. Let me see if I can have the access to whiteboard. I'll show you. Okay, let me. So I'm paying. It's not working. Sorry. Okay. So it's paying salaries to you are paying salaries to 5 different people, right? And their salary is let's say 20,000 per month. So 5 employees you are paying, and 1 lakh rupees is your salary what you are paying every month to your employees. On that 1 lakh rupees, whatever is the tax that the person has to pay to the government, you have to deduct that particular tax amount from their salary and keep it aside separately. and that amount should be paid to the government account. So basically, the employee is not paying he is not working on his tax payment. The employer needs to make the tax payment, do the deduction of the tax and pay it to the government account. If you don't do at the time of transferring the salary to the employee, then you don't get the salary as an allowable expense. You don't get the deduction of the salaries. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Clear, dear.
Okay, welcome. Thank you. Something happened. Give me a minute. Yeah. So, and next tax benefit which we get, or tax deduction which we get, is depreciation. Many times we are not aware that what are the assets on which we can claim business depreciation. If you are using that property for your business, ensure to use depreciation, ensure to charge depreciation. Okay, one example is car. Okay, I'll take up one question which have already come on this from the participants. So the car, you see the value of the car was here, and slowly it is going down. Why? Because it is getting depreciated. We know that it is getting depreciated. So we have to write off the amount which is the depreciation it is happening in the business, because it is an allowable expense. We get deduction of that and our profit gets reduced. Okay, so in this there are many assets: car, land and building, plant and machineries. There can be n number of fixed assets on which, for all the things where you are using all the properties for which you are using it in your business, you should take the depreciation of that, you should charge depreciation of that, which many times many entrepreneurs tends to forget, because for this we are not paying anything, right? So it doesn't come to our mind that we should charge depreciation. And one question which had popped up from the participants was, if I use my personal car in my business, will that expense be allowable? So the answer is no. If your personal car is in your personal name and you are using it for your business purpose, you cannot claim the expense. Because to claim any expenses for your business, the expense has to come from under the name of your business. You can sell off that car to your business among within your, so there are various ways to do it, and then it should be under your business name, then only you can claim the deduction. Okay, next very important is how you do your stock valuation. Stock valuation in India is done only in two methods. One is cost and one is NRV, whichever is lower. NRV means net realizable value. So sometimes what happens with this perishable products, ice creams, right? That will get perished after some time. So if the stock is left with the owner, with the entrepreneur, and he has to do the valuation, he has to do the valuation on the basis of cost or NRV, because um, if he sells now, what is the value he will get from the ice cream, and what was the cost? If his net realizable value is less, because if the value of the ice cream are already decreased and it's melted, then nobody is going to pay anything for that ice cream, right? So in that case, you have to see whichever is lower, and you have to account your stocks in that value in the PL. If the valuation of stocks is not done properly and it is overvalued, then your profit also get overvalued. So for the same item, for the same 10 items which is there in your warehouse, you are paying more profit if it is overvalued. So you should be knowing on what basis you have to make the valuation. So this is very important. Next is, it's not a compulsion, but if any one of you are doing, making any donations to any NGOs or any other trust, ensure that you do it in with your business name, with digital transaction, and with proper authentication. Then you get the deduction also of donation under 80G of income tax. So you can, there will be various people who will come for you for donations, but only make the donation to recognized funds, recognized trust, charitable trust, Prime Minister Relief Fund, or various NGOs which are recognized. If you make the donations to those companies, those trusts, then your donation is also a allowable expense. Clear? Next, very commonly done is traveling and accommodation. If you are traveling for business purpose for any location and you are taking the stay there, ensure that you make all the payments from your business account. Then that expense is allowable expense. Marketing expense, sometimes make the payment in market in cash, we forget, but ensure that you make it in a digital payment, or if you are making the payment in cash, have the proper cash receipts and proper accounting of it, so that you don't miss out on taking the benefits of these expenses. Other small business utilities like electricity, natural gas, water, sewer, garbage pickup, internet, phone, these all business utilities are business expenses which you get deductions for. The only one point which you have to remember is make it from your business account and make a recording of it. Have proper recordings of it. You might not have time to put in the make the accounting in the accounting software, but have a proper recording. Have a file and put all these documents together, so that whenever you have time, or if you have hired any expert, he can at least do that work for you. But have the proper documentation for you to not to miss out on any deductions.